My name is Emily. I gaze at my reflection in the elevator mirror, adjusting the impeccable collar of my Burberry silk blouse. In 10 minutes, the board meeting that will change everything is set to begin. 5 years of humiliation, 5 years of pretending, 5 years of playing the obedient daughter-in-law are coming to an end. Barbara, my favorite mother-in-law, is of course already there, in the conference room on the 47th floor. She is likely adjusting her counterfeit Chanel and rehearsing her next cutting remark aimed at me. I smirk at my reflection. Today, I'll let her call me the coffee girl for the last time. The elevator doors open, and I step into the reception area with a silver coffee pot in hand. My Harvard MBA and my position as CEO of Novacor Industries, the country's largest tech company, remain my little secret. For now. Oh, finally! Barbara theatrically rolls her eyes. Emily, dear, you know how important this meeting is. We're waiting for the CEO of Novacor. Couldn't you have come earlier? Jason, my husband, is studiously examining his laptop screen, avoiding my gaze. In 5 years of marriage, he has perfected the art of silent complicity. Coward. My apologies, Barbara. I begin pouring the coffee deliberately slow and steady. Traffic. Of course, traffic. She sniffs. You know, darling, if you spent less time shopping and more time learning about the family business. I let her words dissolve into the background. My thoughts are already on the documents in the leather folder inside my bag. Due diligence results, auditors' reports, agreements for stock purchases via shell companies. Everything is ready. The door opens, and Michael Taylor walks in, the public face of Novacor. My most trusted employee who publicly plays the CEO role for the company. Our eyes meet for a brief second. Mrs. Donovan, he starts. Just Emily, I interrupt, observing Barbara's confusion. Coffee? Black, please. Barbara practically shoves me aside, rushing to Michael. Mr. Taylor, such an honor. Please ignore our daughter-in-law. She's just helping out with coffee since we couldn't arrange proper catering. I discreetly send Michael a text. Play along. You'll understand soon. For the next half hour, I watch the performance unfold. Barbara touts the greatness of the family business while carefully omitting any mention of declining sales and impending bankruptcy. Jason nods along like a nodding doll, and the board of directors, mostly consisting of the family's elderly friends, pretend to understand. And of course, Barbara beams, with Jason taking over next month, we expect explosive growth. My phone buzzes. It's time. Excuse me, I say, gathering my things. I have to go. Typical, Barbara huffs. No respect for family matters. That's why we keep the business within the real family. I smile, finally ready to drop the act. Actually, I have a board meeting to attend. Michael, I'll see you there. He grins. Of course, Madam CEO. The room falls silent. Barbara's cup slips from her hand, shattering on the floor. CEO? Emily, what's happening? Jason pales. Perhaps it's time to clarify who is acquiring whom, I say, presenting the folder of documents. Novacor Industries, my company, already owns 48% of your business. Today's offer is for the remaining 52%. Impossible! Barbara gasps. We would have known! Really? I slide my finger over the documents. Like you knew about the shell companies buying up your stock? Or the real reason your major contracts were canceled last quarter? Jason grabs the papers, desperation etching onto his face. You've been spying on us? On your own family? I laugh. No, Jason, I conducted due diligence. Something you might have noticed if you actually read the reports I gave you last year. But you chose to believe your mother when she claimed I was meddling in family affairs. These numbers, they can't be right. Barbara frantically reviews the documents. Everything checks out, Michael confirms. Mrs. Donovan was very thorough. All this time, serving coffee, letting us think that I was just the coffee girl. I adjust my jacket. While you were busy trying to keep me in my place, I was studying every aspect of your company. It wasn't difficult. Your weaknesses were glaringly obvious. We'll fight this. Jason's voice trembles. Our lawyers. Your lawyers, I interrupt. Work for the board, not your family. And as of today, the board works for me. Barbara slumps into a chair. Why all the pretense? I allow myself a moment of reflection. 5 years ago, I offered to help. I had the expertise, connections, and capital to turn things around, but you looked me in the eye and said, what was it again? Ah, yes. Gold-digging daughters-in-law should know their place. Checking my watch, I head toward the exit. I have a company to run. Emily, wait! Jason jumps up. We can talk about this. Like we discussed last Christmas, when your mother announced you as CEO and you sat silently while she told me to focus on more appropriate activities like planning dinner parties. I shake my head. That time is over, Jason. Now it's business. The click of my heels echoes on the marble floor as I walk toward the elevator. In the mirrored walls, I see what Barbara never could. Not just a daughter-in-law, but a force of nature. My phone buzzes with another message from Michael. Brilliantly played, boss. The board is ready when you are. I smile. The real work will begin tomorrow. Restructuring, innovation, leadership. But today is about justice served with a touch of irony and a perfect cup of coffee. The elevator doors open to the lobby where a group of board members awaits. Mrs. Donovan, they greet me respectfully. Through the glass doors, I see reporters gathering. News travels fast in the business world. I straighten my shoulders, ready to face the press. Let them tell the story of how the coffee girl became the CEO. Let them write about the family that underestimated her. But most importantly, let them watch as I transform a failing family business into something extraordinary. The press conference goes off without a hitch. I lay out my vision for the company's future. Digital transformation, sustainable manufacturing, and job security for all current employees. The journalists are captivated. The story of a young woman secretly building a tech giant while serving coffee is exactly what they crave. Mrs. Donovan, what will be the role of your family in the company moving forward? A reporter shouts from the crowd. All hiring decisions will be based entirely on qualifications and merit, I reply diplomatically, though the mere mention of family still stirs a fire inside me. My phone is buzzing nonstop. 37 missed calls from Jason, dozens of messages from Barbara. But one email catches my attention. From Robert, my father-in-law. You outplayed us all. I should have listened 5 years ago when you warned about the outdated systems. The company is yours now. Just please take care of our employees. At least one of them had the grace to acknowledge defeat. The board meeting that follows is brief and decisive. My restructuring plan is approved unanimously, and by the evening the company's stock has surged by 12% on the acquisition news. As I finally step outside the office, Jason is waiting by my car. You've stooped to a new low, he hisses, using our marriage to spy on the family business. I open the car door calmly. Interesting. Watching your mother belittle me for 5 years was acceptable, but protecting the company and its employees from incompetent management is a low? Mom was right about you. You're nothing but— Careful, Jason, I interrupt. Your prenuptial agreement is voided if you publicly defame me. Section 7, paragraph 3. A clause your mother insisted on. Ironic, isn't it? His face flushes. You won't get away with this. I already have, I reply, getting into the car. And yes, Jason, I've taken my things from the house. You'll receive the divorce papers tomorrow. Don't worry, I don't want your personal assets. I have a company to run. As I drive away, a message from Barbara comes through. You'll regret this. No one will trust you in business again. I laugh out loud. My phone is already overflowing with congratulations from other CEOs, impressed by the strategic coup. In the corporate world, strategic brilliance earns respect, not familial alliances. The ensuing weeks bring the expected drama. Barbara tries to rally family shareholders against the takeover, only to find my agreements with them are rock solid. Jason attempts to stake a claim to the CEO position, but his incompetence becomes painfully clear during interviews with the board. Your mother's influence won't help here, I tell him during a formal interview. We need a CEO who understands modern business practices, not someone appointed by family legacy. The transformation of the company starts immediately. I implement automated systems, establish a real HR department to combat years of nepotism, and enforce transparent financial reporting. Employees who suffered under the old regime begin to thrive. Production efficiency jumps by 30% in the first month alone. 3 months after the takeover, an unexpected visitor appears in my office. Barbara looks noticeably less polished than usual. I sold the house, she announces without preamble. The one you always so admired. Turns out maintaining a facade of luxury is tough when you can't siphon off company funds. I continue reviewing reports. Is there a purpose to this visit? How did you do it? Her voice cracks. All these years, serving coffee, enduring our remarks. Why didn't you just say who you were? I finally look up. Would you have believed me? Or would you have forced Jason to divorce me and marry someone appropriate? We're family. No, Barbara. We never were a family. I was an outsider you tolerated because Jason refused to marry your friend's daughter. A coffee girl to belittle so you'd feel superior. Then something unexpected happens. Barbara reaches into her bag and pulls out an old photograph. Recognize this? She hands me the picture. It shows a young woman in a simple dress serving coffee in an office from the 80s. Is that you? I started as a secretary in Robert's company, serving coffee just the same. When we married, his family treated me exactly as I treated you. She chuckles bitterly. I swore that one day I'd have enough power so no one dared look down on me, but somewhere along the way, you became what you once fought against. I finish for her. I saw myself in you, Emily, and it terrified me. A long silence stretches between us. You know, I finally say, the company needs an experienced director of public relations, someone who knows all the skeletons in the closet and can present a solid front to the press. Barbara's eyes widen in surprise. After everything? Precisely because of everything. You understand the price of humiliation and success, and I suspect you have a lot to teach the new generation. A year later, our story graces the cover of Forbes, The Coffee Revolution, How 2 Women Turned a Dying Company into a Tech Giant. In the picture, Barbara and I stand by the panoramic window of the new office. She is now my fiercest advocate on the board and an unyielding PR strategist. Jason, meanwhile, has married a realtor from Texas, far removed from the corporate world his mother once envisioned for him. Word is, he's finally happy. And me? I still come into the office early each morning to brew my own coffee. It reminds me that the greatest empires sometimes start with a single, perfectly poured cup. On my office wall hang Barbara's old photograph and another one of me serving coffee at that fateful meeting. Beneath them, a plaque reads, "Never underestimate a woman with a coffee pot. She might just be your future boss." In the end, the best revenge isn't just success. It's the ability to turn adversaries into allies and learn to laugh over past grievances with a cup of perfectly brewed coffee. Did you like the story? Write your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next interesting story. See you tomorrow.